Hi, Vinod.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Yeah, I was getting late. I have just connected now because I was in a traffic jam here in Madrid.
Okay.
So I see you have had some problems now.
Yeah. I think.
There we go. That was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
I could connect without problems in the calendar, but I have just arrived now, so maybe there were issues before.
Yeah, maybe it resolved itself.
Yeah, could be. Okay. I hope you had a good long weekend.
Yes.
And enjoyed. Okay, so I have just arrived now, so I don't have created the document or that stuff. So sorry for that. Let's see if I can get to the document. Okay. Let me share the document. Okay. Yeah, last time we met, we just talked about some automatic context handling issues that I had, and not much more. So maybe we can, and for today, we have also I released a version on Tuesday that had some interesting code. One of them was a very bad issue we had, that we were incorrectly setting the start time of the spans to the time where the span builder was created, instead of using the start of the span. So that was a problem if you were waiting for the span builder to start the span for a long time. So that was a real bad bug. I found that because I was using an NTP clock implementing for myself, and I saw that it was not taking my NTP clock, never. So I finally found out that was not working. So
A good catch.
Yeah, so it was just a one-line problem, more or less. It just was a value that shouldn't be initialized, and it was being initialized erroneously. I don't know why from the beginning. I would say that has been broken forever for really long time. So, but probably because
it is a one character change.
Yeah, more or less, it was just putting not initializing a date, because it was if you create the span builder directly and start the span, you won't notice because it's too fast. But when you use another clock, you had that issue. So I was finding that I was receiving spans with duration 0 or duration half second instead of 1 millisecond that I was expecting, and really weird things. So it took me some days to realize that it was not my NTP clock doing nasty things, but it was in the library. So and there were also some stuff that that was in the project. One very interesting one, that it was donated the exporter decorator. So it serializes your spans or your metrics to disk, and it after that it uploads those things from your disk to the original exporter where you create. So it's using the same thing that I was using for the Datadog exporter, that it was saving to disk and exporting later. So it used that to wrap any exporter, so you can use that directly now. There is some sample code in that project. I don't know if you realized, but the
So
project.
which one is this?
Yeah, let me. In the exporters, it's in the release notes, but in the exporters, the name is persistence. It's a exporter, but it's in reality it just decorates another exporter and pre-save things to disk. So in case you have a mobile phone that just loses connection because you get into in an elevator or somewhere and you lose connection, you won't lose those spans exporting. Or if just you lose connection for a long time, you end the application, you won't lose that information because it will be serialized in disk. So that's really useful for mobile development also. So I thought that the bug was so big in reality, and this persistent thing was also quite interesting. So I released a version. So yeah, so that one. And from my side, I don't have any other.
You don't have any issue, right? For that, there's only there is a note on traces that's make span data conformable to protocol.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there were two commits. One was making the span data and the metric serializable. So it implements codable protocol, so you can save it however you want. And the other is the decorator itself, that just as an exporter, it takes the span data, serialize it to, I think it's to JSON, it saves to disk, and it has another thread that just reads from disk from time to time and uploads the results. But if that thread loses connection, it will wait until it gets connection again, or the next time you launch your app, so you can recover the file saved to disk. So you suddenly lose spans. And the good thing is that it works for any exporter that we have in OpenTelemetry, because it just wraps it up. So, and it was a developer from Autodesk that he received that and wanted to donate the code. So that's good, because it means that people and companies are using the product, are testing it, it's being useful, and they are also willing to donate code and make it better. So that's really good news. And from my side, also, I have continued working on the automatic context handling. I am not seeing a good way to solve that because it's not working. I will try some more things, but maybe we cannot handle that correctly inside the asynchronous task. We can just get one level of the task, and after that, we can probably I will implement some kind of stack or something like that. So it's a best guess thing. You cannot have several parallel tasks that will iterate correctly, but I don't think I can get much better than that with the current with the things, because I don't know if you have checked about that. I told Vinod about this last meeting, Bryce, is because the way it's created in the stack, the things, and you have to manually create a scope of like a function, and your value only is valid inside the scope of the function. So you cannot change this value in the stack, and you cannot do anything with that. So it's like a explicit context, so that you have to explicitly change the context, and it's safe in the stack. You cannot modify that from outside. So it just gets cleaned up when the function just gets out of the scope and that kind of things. So you can modify the stack for all of them, but if one is created, you cannot create another stack for new things whenever you create a span. We currently create a new context when a span starts and it's an active span. But here you cannot do that. You cannot create that context area if you have not created code directly for that. So or you have that explicitly in the original code, or you cannot create that. So
Right.
I don't think there is a solution for that. So I think I will implement something like a stack-based one. So yeah, and if you are inside this asynchronous task, maybe we will have a parent one for all the asynchronous tasks. So at least you have a parent or something like that. Or yeah, I think it's the best approach, having some span where you can put your spans as child if they have a parent. That's the only thing I think we will get from this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at that your work yet, so I'll try to take a look at it this week and see if I can think of anything.
Yeah, I created some tests just to validate that things were working, and and I found many issues with the asynchronous thing. In fact, I think it's the code I added is basically not doing anything. It would work more or less without the code I added for handling that, because somewhat works, but it doesn't. If you have several asynchronous tasks, it won't. And in parallel, it will lose the context. They will be just fighting for the same value.
I see. Is that in the latest version of Xcode, or am I going to have to get a
no,
beta version?
the latest 13.1 has that when running in iOS 15, and in Big Sur is the new name, or Mac OS 12.
Okay.
If you have any of those, it will work.
Okay.
Then
will that work on a simulator too, or do I need a device?
Yes. It will work in a iPhone simulator with iOS 15. But the newest beta of Xcode has it working and running in iOS 13 and macOS 10, 15 or something like that. So it will run. If you have the latest beta, you can run that on your Mac instead of using a simulator, but whatever you prefer. If you are with 13, you can run directly in a simulator. 13.1. No, you have 13, you can run that already in a simulator. 13.1 adds Mac, but Big Sur only, and the next beta will add all the rest of the systems. But yeah, that's the thing that I didn't have much time this week, but yeah, I don't think I will be able to find a solution. I am going to work directly on this, probably starting from tomorrow for at least 2 or 3 days, just to try to get a solution or something better than what we have now, at least.
All right, I'll take a look at that today. I have a little bit of time now.
Okay. Okay, nice. I don't know if I uploaded the latest test. I think I did. Some tests that won't work because so it's better in I uploaded a branch with that work. I will check that I uploaded the latest test at least, so you can see how it fails with the different approaches. I think that's better just to try. I will check now if the latest code is in my branch that I created with that stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And that's that one there that you have linked on 11.11.
Okay. Am I? Oh, so
I think you're putting those in the wrong day.
oh yes, that's right. Yeah. Thanks. uh, uh,
Bryce, you might have some solution from your Java team in Elastic, something similar, because they are supporting, Lambda closures.
yeah, and how did they, and can they create a context inside the Lambda? Can they
So-
transfer the context in, if you have a Lambda that has another Lambda or a pair of Lambdas, can they share that? I mean, create new context there and spans and that stuff inside the Lambdas, because they have a similar way
Yeah.
of copying parameters, right? They also
Right.
keep that in the stack.
Yeah. So they are doing it on the bytecode level. So they're injecting
Okay, yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, so they're doing that at runtime or at build
Mhm.
time. So that
Those are the tricks.
yeah. We don't really have that option
Yeah.
unless you want to learn LLVM. Maybe you can
LLVM.
hook into that somehow and inject something.
You don't have a runtime there. I mean, it's really, I have tried anything I could think about solving that. But I don't think we can do anything because it's in a stack that you cannot create a new stack.
Yeah.
So the library will search for that stack value and you cannot create another stack value after that. You can modify that stack value, but you cannot create different levels.
The moment it leaves,
That's the point.
the moment it leaves, the moment it leaves that scope, it's off the stack.
Yeah, that's right. And you cannot, if you create a span inside, you cannot create another context value here for the now on, because you have the same stack and the value is in the stack. It's not, you cannot create another stack after you create a span. That was the first thing, the last thing I tried, creating a stack new, as if you created a new task when you create a span. So you have a parent task, you try to create a task as a child when you create your own span, and from now on it should inherit, but there is no way to create a task that it's not created with a, it's something like that. It's the only possible solution, but it's really, really, really convoluted. Yeah. But yeah, any idea is good. So we because if not, we are not gonna solve that problem, or they solve the activity thing that they broke with this task because it was working with activity really well, and they don't support the activity values inside asynchronous task. That's a pity. Yeah.
So do we need someone from Apple or something to comment on this?
Oh yeah,
Could
that
we
could
reach out?
help. Maybe that could help if we, maybe, yeah, I don't know. But as they have their own solution, you know that they contacted us with something they had when we integrated with their metrics. And they said they were going to check the code and yeah, and they never appeared again. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we could try opening a radar if we can't find a way around this
Yeah,
or something. I don't know.
yeah, could be. Yeah, we can try to open something. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I will take this. Oh, it's Elastic Block. So Bryce
Yeah, Bryce might have some
has direct knowledge. Or great. We have an insider here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must. Yeah, I will keep this just to read. If
Yeah, because this is a long-standing problem for Java lambdas.
yeah,
You always
right.
lose the context. The moment you hit a lambda expression, after that,
Yeah.
So even the JVM did not support just byte buddies and
Yeah, if the
ASMs, they
language
did not support
doesn't
it.
give support for that, you need operating system support. You cannot get that for free. It's really difficult. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, that blog has got the links, that had the problems that existed before and how they are getting around it. So
Okay. Any other topic you can have about the project?
I met some AWS folks. I'm at reInvent. I met some AWS folks there. They don't have
Okay.
anyone on Swift yet, but they are going to add resources on Swift.
You are at Invent at the
Yeah,
conference.
yeah.
You're in Las Vegas then. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Enjoy.
Yeah. No, but it's crazy. It's kind of crazy the number of people around me.
Yeah.
People are masked up, but when they when you go to all these places to eat, yeah, everything is off, right? You're sitting very close to other people, so it's
Yeah.
crazy. So I met some of the AWS folks from OpenTelemetry.
Okay.
They're interested, but yeah, they're going to add some resources on client side.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they released their own RAM service
they released it at reInvent. Yeah. They released
so,
that. So let's see.
Yeah, so maybe
I don't
they
know
want.
if it is. I don't think it's based on the OpenTelemetry web JavaScript web project. They use AWS X-Ray SDK. So they have.
Okay, I don't know because it's only for web right now, but
yeah. So,
let's see.
Yep.
Yeah, they need to grow also. Let's hope they don't bite as much. Okay. So then if there are no more topics, enjoy your week in Vegas. You don't have to tell anything about what happens there.
That's right.
So
I think after you come a few times to Vegas, it becomes old very quickly. The first few times you're, you check out all the places and so on, and after that, you want to head back to your hotel. End of the day. Long days. So yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. We'll talk to you guys.
See you next week.
Guys.
Bye.
Bye.